Okay, great. We're really making good progress on this. So up to this point, we have a circle that now will move across our canvas and it will keep going and going and going and going and going, and it will never ever stop until we stop the program. So what we want to try to do now is have the circle, when it gets to a certain point, do something. Okay, so that's going to take a conditional statement. And that conditional statement is going to check for something to be a certain way for it to actually do something. So I'm going to show you how that works. Now, we want to put our conditional statement inside the draw function. Okay, so it's going to keep checking because this is going to keep looping and looping and looping. So underneath where we add 1 to our chicken variable, we're going to write a conditional statement. And the way it works is it's basically an if statement. It's asking a question. So you want to type if, and then you want to make opening and closing parentheses. And inside this parentheses is where we put our condition that has to be met. So what we're going to do, since we're talking about the x position on this is changing, it's growing by 1 every time we loop around here, we're going to check to see if it gets to the edge of the canvas. So our canvas is 500 pixels wide. And so when the x-coordinate gets to 500, we are going to set it back to where it started. So initially, the x-coordinate, or the variable chicken, is set to 50. What we're going to do is we're going to check to see if chicken, make sure I can spell chicken, if chicken is equal to, now this is a different kind of equal to, you actually have to use 2 equal signs, all right, because 1 equal sign actually sets chicken to something, but this is actually checking to see if it's equal. If chicken is equal to, and we'll say 500, because that's the edge of the canvas, all right, that goes in our parentheses, so that's what it's checking. And then outside of the parentheses, you do an opening bracket, and then give yourself some room, and then do a closing bracket. And if this condition is true, then it's going to run whatever code is in here. So what we want to do is set chicken, or our x-coordinate, back to where it started, which was, if you look at the top, 50. I say chicken is now equal to 50. Remember, that's just 1 equal sign, because that means that's actually setting it to be equal to 50 and not checking if it's equal to 50. Okay, so let's run it and see what happens. So there goes our circle. It's getting bigger, or it's going farther and farther over. Let's see what happens when it gets to 500. Boom, look at that. It jumps back because it reset chicken to 50. Awesome. Let me stop that. So this is a really powerful thing because you can check for a lot of different kind of conditions. All right, you can use things such as greater than or less than, and we'll get into that later. But for now, have fun playing with this and actually see what would you have to do to get the circle to go all the way off the canvas before it jumped back and reset. Good luck.